Lights out, engines wake the night, GT thunder burning bright. Manufacturer starts to rise, fire reflected in our eyes. Carbon fiber, painted scars, GT4 and GT3 stars. Manufacturers side by side, every driver born to fight. Pit lane pressure, countdown screams, living faster than our dreams. Slipstream pulling through the rain, milliseconds decide the game.
Headlights cut through clouds of smoke, every overtake feels close. Front straight shaking from the sound, thousands screaming all around.
No fear when the tires slide, no sleep on this midnight ride. One chance to become immortal now, feel the circuit shake somehow. Full throttle, take the lead, faster than the eye can read. GT legend chasing light, racing wars ignite tonight. Slipstream closer, door to door, hear the engine start to roar. Checker flag above the crowd, podium dreams are calling loud.
We were made for speed, every heart still bleeds.
Push it faster, take the corner, slipstream hunter.
Cross the line,
Push it faster, take the corner, slipstream hunter.
cross the line, yeah. GT3 monster with the aero attack, GT4 pressure while I'm chasing the pack. Every lap dangerous, no room to breathe. One wrong turn and you lose the lead. Manufacturer battle turning savage tonight. Different colors on the grid, but the goals are like AMG hunting while the Porsche stays near. McLaren in the mirrors make the whole crowd cheer. Late break dive on the inside lane, tires smoke rising while we fight through pain. Draft so close I can hear your gears, still standing tall after all these years. Pit crew fast with the strategy calls, one clean stop and we're breaking them all. From the green light launch to the final attack, now the whole damn field trying to hold us back.
Adrenaline under skin, every loss becomes a win. Final sector, final chance, fate is written in this day. Full throttle, take the lead, faster than the eye can read. GT legends chasing light, racing wars ignite tonight. Slipstream closer, door to door, hear the engine start to roar. Checkered flag above the crowd, podium dreams are calling loud.
We were made for speed, every heart still bleeds.
Through the sparks and shattered rain, we return again, again.
Every corner, every scar,
Made us who we really are.
hear the anthem of the track.
No turning back,
Last lap pressure,
full attack. Drivers ready, engine scream. One more lap, one more dream. Full throttle, feel the fire, burning higher and higher. GT4 and GT3, rewriting our history.
manufacturer, kings collide, no surrender, left inside.
Checkered flag
Good evening, SMA, and welcome to round 2 of the SMA Manufacturers Showdown 2026. Last time out in our opening round at Trial Mountain, it was SAGT that were fast out of the blocks, but it was a mixed day for the team as it was Nutcap who came across the checkered line first ahead of his teammate Latari for first and second position. However, after the race, these two would be reversed as Nutcap deemed to be at fault for an incident, so SAGT Latari becomes officially our first winner in this brand new season for what was a scintillating and tantalising race amongst the grid. Can round 2 live up to what we were treated to in round 1? I guess only time will tell. As it's myself, Sean AKA Flawed, here to present to you the stunning locale in the beautiful countryside and Lake of Provence, France, for our Tier 1 Round 2 race at the St. Croix Road Track B variant, but this time in the Group 3 class of their chosen manufacturer, where we will be showcasing the finest talent in SMA, and we are live. And speaking of talent, I am joined in the commentary booth once again, the marvellous Robin Williams. Good evening to you, Robin. Hope you're doing well, and I bet you're excited for what's coming up today.
Hey, good evening, Sean, and to all our viewers. Yeah, man, I haven't been in the rig or comms or in production. I've been a bit sick of late and just taking a bit of a break, and just nice to be back in the comms box with you, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic to have your pearls of wisdom with me, Robin. Before we get into the race and before we get into the race details, here at SMA, we are lucky to be backed by no less than 10 sponsors. So we need to give a huge thank you to each and every one of them for sponsoring us in the Manufacturers Showdown, as without them, none of these broadcasts would be possible. SMA is brought to you by Simulator Cave, South Africa's haven for all your sim racing equipment, selling only the highest recommended products from the likes of Fanatec and Moza, as well as racing cockpits for that perfect driving experience. Link is in the description below. Postnet Midstream. Aside from the endless business and personal possibilities, Postnet brings something extra, heart and connection. With quality printing, shipping and design services, Postnet shows that it's not just about business, it's about people. We're not just any print and ship shop, we're your people. DC Designs, where imagination meets reality. From custom home decor and lifestyle products to specialized gaming and sim racing accessories, DC Designs uses the power of 3D printing to craft items as unique as you are. Whether you're looking for a one-of-a-kind gift, personalized collectibles, or gear to level up your sim rig, DC Designs has you covered. Turn your ideas into reality with DC Designs. Slayer Energy, homegrown in South Africa. It fuels your focus, hits hard and still tastes smooth. That's how Slayer does energy. Their motto is death to dull, and trust us, they live by it. Bold flavours and zero boredom. Slayer, crushing the norm, fueling the madness and keeping every lap electrified.
Wahi & Son Interior Design, transforming your space, elevating your lifestyle. They don't just decorate, they design environments that inspire. Whether it's your home, office or retail space, Wahi & Sons brings your vision to life with style, precision and a personal touch. Gr.3 Gr.4, where modern design meets everyday performance. Discover a range of stylish, reliable vehicles built for comfort, adventure and the road ahead. Backed by innovation and value, Gr.3 is redefining the driving experience because your journey deserves more. Visit Gr.3 Gr.4 and drive the difference today. Sparko Gaming, where real motorsport heritage meets sim racing performance. Elevate your setup with premium racing seats, accessories and gear designed for true enthusiasts. Built for those who demand precision, comfort and performance on every lap. Because when it comes to racing, every detail matters. Take your racing to the next level with Sparko Gaming.
Tailored solutions for SMEs and hobbyists. Bearded Skull Powder Coaters provides durable, high-performance powder coating services for factories, small businesses and enthusiasts from across Cape Town's northern suburbs and surrounding areas. We focus on a bespoke service, working hands-on with clients to deliver a tailored finish and quick turnaround times for smaller batches. BuildMat. Our aim is to fulfill all your hardware and building material needs at the most competitive prices available. We are committed to providing top-notch quality without any compromises, and we strive to uphold this promise with every customer requirement. Whether you are undertaking a do-it-yourself project or require bulk supplies, we cater to all and assist you in maximising your profits by carefully managing costs. Again, thank you for supporting us throughout SMA Season 2, the Manufacturers Showdown. So let's run you through what's remaining in our calendar for this season. So with Trial Mountain already completed, we turn our attention to round 2, St. Croix Road Track B for today's Group 3 race. We then head to Nürburgring in Germany for the Cruel Mistress. That is the Nürburgring 24-hour in next week's round 3 race in the Group 4 car, where it will be decided which tier the drivers qualify for the remaining races of the season. Then we open up the lockdown phase with a sprint double-header on June the 8th with Grand Valley Highway in the Group 3s. For the visit of the... I missed where I was there. So then we open up the lockdown phase with the sprint doubleheader on June the 8th with Grand Valley Highway in the Group 3s and the mountainous Eiger Norvand in the Group 4s. Round 5 sees us back in the Group 3s for the visit of the ferocious Le Mans circuit on June the 15th, and then we fly over to the Aussie version of Hell, that is Bathurst Mount Panorama on June the 22nd in the Group 4 cars, and then the final manufacturer race will be held in Japan, Fuji Speedway Short for round 7 in the Group 3s before a special double-header open wheel round for the grand finale at Catalunya in the Red Bull Juniors and Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in the Super Formula 23 car on July the 6th to round off this exciting championship. So onto the track details for round 2. So we are in France for the beautiful lake and surrounding countryside of St. Croix in the Road Track B variant. Track length is 7 kilometers featuring 14 turns in this fast-flowing but technical circuit in what should be a very fascinating race today. Now on to the race settings. So once again, there will be a one-shot qualifier ahead of a grid start full start check in this 22-lap race here at the St. Croix B. We start this race at sunrise with BOP enabled and just brake balance to be tweaked, heavy damage enabled with a tyre wear rate at ×3 and a fuel consumption rate at ×1. However, the drivers will be fueled at the start of the race to 55 litres with a 1 litre per second refueling speed. All racing tyres are available to use with an open strategy as no tyres are mandatory for this race. Now on to the results from round 1. So as mentioned at the top of the broadcast, SAGT Nutcap originally claimed victory from round 1, however was penalised for an infringement and was demoted to second as a result. So now officially teammate Latari has been rewarded with the race victory, with VSR Giller claiming his first ever podium in SMA, finishing in a brilliant 3rd position. Then making his debut in Tier 1 and I have to say, if he had any nerves, he certainly didn't show it. Unfortunately, he was so close to a podium, but he picked up a track limit penalty on the last lap and had to settle for 4th, but still a brilliant performance from the TNR driver. Making his debut full stop was Gr.3. The Brit stormed into 3rd, however, tyres were an issue towards the end, and the McLaren driver was lucky to hold on to 5th, as there was a sea of cars just behind, as there was just a mere 3 seconds separating 6 drivers at the checkered line, as TNR Whipperman finished in 6th, VSR Kennels in 7th, VSR Bish in 8th, Sam Steele in 9th, Sam Jensen in 10th, and Sam Truce finishing in 11th. However, the latter was punished for a further infringement, demoting him to 12th and promoting then 12th position driver VSR Wolfie back up to 11th, with the unfortunate SAGT teammates of Sean and Alfred finishing in 13th and 14th, relegating them down into Tier 2 for this evening. However, there was further development since the race. Sam Jensen has pulled out for this season due to work commitments, so moving Sam Truce back up to Tier 1. However, he will be serving a quali ban from this round. Now onto the standings after one round. So the standings in Tier 1 after one race sees SAGT Latari on maximum points at the top, with SAGT Nutcap in 2nd, VSR Giller in 3rd, TNR Mo Flavor in 4th, Gr.3 in 5th, TNR Whipperman in 6th, VSR Kennels in 7th, VSR Vish in 8th, Sam Steele in 9th, with Sam Jensen dropping out this season. It means that VSR Wolfie replaces him in joint 10th, with race winner from Tier 2 in the last round, TNR Ray Carter, with 12th place given to Sam Truce, 13th SAGT Sean, and 14th SAGT Alfred to round up our top 14 drivers on points for SMA. So onto this promotion and relegation format. So for the first 2 rounds, there is a promotion relegation system in place, with the bottom 3 down to Tier 2 and the top 3 from Tier 2 promoted into Tier 1. However, would-be promoted driver Sam Merv has also pulled out of this season, so just the 2 drivers of TNR Ray Carter and Puma Jet join us in the top tier today. As mentioned, both SAGT teammates of Alfred and Sean relegated into Tier 2 this evening. So onto our manufacturers lineup. So yet again we have 6 different manufacturers on grid today. 1 Ferrari driven by SAGT Latari, 1 McLaren driven by Gr.3, 2 Audi cars driven by the TNR duo of Mo Flavor and TNR Whipperman, 3 Citroen drivers of SAGT Nutcap and the promoted drivers TNR Ray Carter and Puma Jet, with 4 Lamborghini drivers driven by the VSR team of Giller, Kennels, Vish and Wolfie to round off our grid today. Okay, so we are going to go for a quick break, and when we come back, the start of our one-shot qualifying ahead of this 22-lap race at the St. Croix Road Track B circuit. So don't go anywhere, we'll be back very shortly. SMA is brought to you by Simulator Cave, HostNet Midstream, Right Recruitment, DC Designs, Slayer Energy, Waggy & Sons, Jetor, Sparko Gaming, Bearded Skull and Build Mat. Our official sponsors of SMA Season 2, Manufacturers Showdown 2026. Okay, so we are back, and welcome everyone that's joined us in the stream today. This is round 2 at St. Croix Road Track B. I'm just trying to get myself set up here, but we're looking through the times at the moment. It is SAGT Latari Racing who has continued with this brilliant form that he showed in the first round. Now, joining me in the commentary booth is Robin Williams. Robin, you've been keeping an eye on practice. It's looking rather tight out there. Some very impressive times that we're seeing so far.
So I must be honest, it's going to be one of the first races actually that I haven't been in any practice lobbies or with my team as well. Like I said, it's been a bit of a rest week and just trying to reset and getting the chest and everything sorted. But of what I've heard though, and based on these times, there's quite a lot of strats going on in this race this evening, which is I think is going to be pretty interesting. I mean, I think of 4 different strats going into this race, and that's quite a lot of different strats for one race event. So going to be keen to see who's possibly doing the no stopper, which is probably the least I think one that I would want to use, because it's just too much fuel saving as well. But that being said, I think the softs is going to play a huge part in the race today, and the mediums, I don't think the hards will come into play at all.
Yeah, indeed. Well, it is a possible strategy, but yes, the difference in the hard tyres compared to the medium and the softs is quite substantial on a lengthy circuit of St. Croix. So it's more, I guess, an emergency strat. Maybe if they're not feeling strong at the circuit, or they're you know, trying to stay out of trouble, maybe they may go for the no-stop hards. They will have to save fuel quite heavily, depending on their manufacturer as well. So I did see a few comments in, and I have to welcome in everyone that's joined us today. So good evening to Simdude SA, and good evening to Kennels, who should be out on track practicing, but he has said that he's not very good at St. Croix. So you know, I don't know if this is mind games that Kennels is playing right now, that he's you know, not that great, and then he turns out to be an absolute genius. I don't know, but welcome in everyone here. We've got Sammy Kyo. Oh my god, I've messed up my first name of the evening already. We've got Blurry CPT in here as well. We got Yako in here as well, Big Boss. We got Neil in here. Yeah, good evening to you all. I hope you're all doing fantastically well. We have got this one-shot qualifying about to get underway. I do hope that Truth knows that he is banned from qualifying for this one-shot qualifying session. So he is doing his practice laps at the moment, but he is not eligible to qualify in this one-shot qualifying. The first driver to come out on track will be Puma Jet, as it looks like we are going to get this underway now. So it is in the sequence of the round 1 results, with the tier 2 drivers who had obviously got promoted to tier 1. They were at as 12th and 13th position. So Puma Jet, who got 2nd position, he's the first one to come out on track, and now that will then be followed by TNR Ray Carter, who was the race winner in tier 2 for the race at the Trial Mountain circuit. And then I am kind of struggling with the order from there, but I'm sure that they will sort themselves out. I think it's Wolfie that's next, yeah. So VSR Wolfie next to come out on circuit. So it will be 5 drivers that come out initially, and then once Puma Jet sets his hot lap, then the other 7 drivers that are waiting in the pits, they will then come out in order 10 seconds apart to set their hot laps. So interesting one indeed. We had 2-minute 8 times, Robin, and some in the 2-minute 9. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not the practice has helped them, and whether or not the grid will be close, and really sort out the grid positioning for the start of this race. But yeah, so far they're just warming up their laps on the out lap. So it's definitely going to be interesting. We also welcome in Snakey, of course, the legend that is Anton Stander. Good evening to you. And we've also got Nicholas in here and JDJ, who I keep saying, Robin, should be in this race. You know, it almost feels like you know, it feels like he should be here. You know, like we've got something missing, but yeah, it is what it is. And Puma Jet, of course, making his debut into Tier 1 this evening, Robin. Do you know if Puma Jet has done any practice ahead of this round?
Yeah, so I'm actually just watching his lap and the start of it. You know, this is one of the drivers I can really say that through SMA and joining teams, and he's really improved so much. And I wonder if he's got the jitters this evening. You know, it's his first appearance in Tier 1. He must be proud, but he's handling the sit-in pretty well, actually. So it seems like he's loving this sit-in. So I would like to see. He did set a 2 minute 8.3, I think it was, in his test run. So it wasn't too far off from the fastest time, which was 2.8 flat, 2 minute 8 flat. So he's looking pretty good going into the bridge there. So yeah, really exciting to see what time he's going to set.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ray Carter, also one of them drivers that picked the Citroen. So it does look like, you know, we've got an influx of Citroen drivers in the grid today. 3 of them, in fact, if you also include SAGT Nutcap. So we know how quick he was in the Group 4 car. We'll see if he can perform heroics in this Group 3 race today. And of course, Lamborghini was looking really strong in the last round. And I do know that the Group 3 cars are more preferred than the Group 4 cars, so expecting some big things from the VSR drivers. So, but we'll get back on board with Puma Jet right now. Then he is approaching the final sector now. So, can he hit the heady heights of that 2 minute 8? We'll have to see. Welcome in as well, SRC Sideways in here. Welcome. I hope you're having a good evening. But yeah, Puma Jet's just about to come to the final corner now. We'll see the moment of truth of whether or not he can set them blistering lap times. And as he comes across the line now, it's a 2 minute 9.0. Ray Carter is fast approaching the checkered line as well. Can he improve on that 2 minute 9.0? It's looking likely, and it's a 2 minute 8.5 to move himself up into temporarily pole position. Then it's going to be VSR Wolfie. Then we'll see if he really does have the pace in that Lamborghini Group 3 car as he comes around the final corner now. He is now going to set a, well, it's a 2 minute. It's a 2 minute 9.1, third position for him. Sam Steele now coming around the final corner, and it's going to be tight, I think. It's going to be mightily tight. It could be a 208 here. And it's a 208.6 to move himself up into P2. So that is the first 5 drive. No, sorry, this is VSR Fish to come across the line now. So he'll be the 5th driver. 2 minute 9.1 to move himself up into P4. So VSR Kennels is the first of the remaining 7 drivers to come out on track, and he was saying that he wasn't feeling too confident ahead of this race, so we'll see if that is reflected in his quali pace. We have also got TNR Whipperman, who finished in 6th position in the last round, so looking to improve on that in this race, and we'll see how good the Audi, the Group 3 car, fares around this particular location. Katie Dekai, our only British driver, and also sole McLaren driver. We'll see if the McLaren Group 3 car has the pace with the ever impressive TNR Mo Flavor, who got a brilliant 4th position in round 1. We'll see if he can continue on that form with VSR Giller, of course, getting his first ever podium in SMA last round. So we'll see if we can we'll see if he can. Continue that sequence of results. Then we got SAGT Nutcat, who's holding back a little bit, but I'm expecting him to be quick. And then, of course, SAGT Latari Racing, who was fastest in practice as VSR Kennels starts off his hot lap now. So
just on that note there, Sean, Kennels just got damage as he went into the first turn. He knocked the wall, and his damage is he's got the front bumper and tire damage on his quali lap, so that's gonna hurt him a lot.
Wow. Okay. Well, we hope that it doesn't damage his lap too much, but of course on the long straights that certainly is going to be an issue for him. So we'll have a look on his inputs now. It gets a very sketchy through the downhill right-hander. He wants to miss that wall and he skims the outside wall there. He's clearly having trouble with that damage at the moment. Whipperman, he's quite a bit behind, so we will stay on board with VSR Kennels then. But for everyone that's in the chat, and welcome in TNR Mami Khan and Big Boss in as well. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, and Waggy as well. Welcome. Please do make sure you hit that like button. Last round we did hit the goal of 40 or more likes to announce a winner of our viewer spot prize, which the result will come out after the race and before the interviews, so make sure that you stick around after the race to find out if you are a winner of these amazing prizes we've got in store for you during the Manufacturers Showdown season. It's a really cool prize, so if you want to get yourself involved in more prizes from the further rounds in the championship, please do hit that like button. We need to hit 40 likes for someone to qualify for one of these prizes, as we see VSR Kennels come around the final corner now, and it's looking like it's quite a slow lap in the end. 2 minute 10.5 will remain in 7th position. I'm pretty sure he will get leapfrogged by TNR Whipperman, who's just behind now. So as he comes around the final corner now, gets a clean exit, and TNR Whipperman's looking fast, and as he approaches the line, it's a 2 minute 9.1 to go into P4. Katie the Kite is up next then as he comes around the final corner. I know that Katie the Kite is really fast around this circuit, so what can he produce here? Well, he produces a pole position time of a 2 minute 8.2. Mo Flavor, can he match that time? He's also looking quick here, but it's a 209.2 to be in the P8. Then it's going to be VSR Giller as he comes around the final corner now in that bright purpley pink car. I think it's pink, to be honest, but with the navy on it. 2 minute 8.8 to go up into P4, and then finally we've got SAGT Nutcat and SAGT Latari with the final cars to come across the line. What can Nutcat do? Can he beat Katie the Kai? Not quite. A 10th off of Katie the Kai, but goes up into P2. Latari Racing will be the last driver to come around the corner, or to set his lap. Sorry.
This looks good.
It does look good.
This looks good.
Oh, he's on pole position with a 2 minute 8.138 to beat Kai, to dethrone Kai off of the top step. So Kaden the Kai will be in a second position, but that is the one-shot qualifying done. So it is SAGT Latari that is going to be starting from pole position, and joining alongside him on the front row will be Kaden the Kai with a very impressive time from him as well. Remember, he's in the McLaren Group 3, a car that you wouldn't normally associate at being fast, but Kaden the Kai certainly has made it work so far with SAGT Nutcap starting in third position. You can see that it's very tight between the times, barely a 10th between Kai and Nutcap and 2/10 between teammates of Latari and Nutcap. Ray Carter with a very impressive qualifying session for him. Of course, race winner in Tier 2, and you know, making his bow in Tier 1 for this season with aplomb. So we are going to be starting 1 minute after the qualifying end. So thank you so much to the host. So yeah, Robin, what do you think about qualifying? I mean, very, very tight times. You could see the difference between the drivers that are confident here and the drivers that are not so confident here.
Well, you know, with the different manufacturers, I'm assuming that, you know, you really have to make the car work. I'm quite surprised that Kai set that time with McLaren. I really didn't think that he'd be able to make that work in the Gr.3 races. But you know, look at that time, and yeah. So what I'm looking at now is guys starting to look at, you know, I see Latari on the softs, Kai on the mediums, Nutcap on the softs, Ray Carter on the softs, Sam Steele on the mediums. Brandewijn on the medium. So just looking at it, and if these are the tires are going to be using, it is most certainly going to be one hell of a race this, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, of course, guys, this is just the qualifying session. We've got a long 22 lap race here, so a lot can happen in the race, and as kind of predicted, although the hard nose stop was a viable option, it's looking like a mix-up of the softs and the mediums. Potentially 2 stints on the softs, potentially 2 stints on the medium tyres, maybe a mix-up of the softs and the mediums. I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting. There's going to be a bit of fuel saving in this race as well, because the drivers do start with 55 litres of fuel, but the fuel consumption rate is at a mere ×1. But then if they do need to put fuel in the car, it is at a slow 1 litre refuel speed. So certainly a very, very interesting dynamic we have for the drivers for round 2 at St. Croix. But for those that have joined us, good evening to you. We have got Peter and Husu in here. Good evening, and TNR Captain Slow. Let us know on how you've got on in your respective tier races, and also as well, Jason, welcome. So we've got a flurry of people in the chat, and hopefully this will be another tier 1 race to remember, because we saw such a enthralling battle, and I've never seen this before, Robin, in Trial Mountain, where it was like 2 to 3 seconds separating like 6 or 7 drivers at the end. Can you see something like that happening in this race? I think you're muted.
And so, sorry, Sean. Look, I think it's about getting through the first lap. Even though, I mean, you've got guys in front on the mediums and got Nutcap on the softs, and we know how quick Nutcap can be, but the tires are cold. You know, you'd want to get through the first lap, get the rhythm, and then maybe start looking at either fuel saving. But once again, you know, like you said, you can do, I think it's 15 on the mediums and then the rest on softs, or you can do 11 on the mediums and even on the softs as well. So, and everybody's looks like they've changed to mediums. I'm just looking at tires now. Ray Carter is the only driver still on softs, which is always, I'm always concerned when there's, obviously on the launch as well. It would be interesting to see which cars are going to be better at launch as well. So that's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, last minute preparation for the drivers. So it looks like a changing of minds, maybe not being too confident on the soft tyres. So it does kind of make our jobs a little bit easier, Robin, in calling strategies and knowing what tyres that the drivers are on. So it is legitimately on their pace at the start of the race with well, actually Ray Carter must have heard what I said, because now he's on the soft tyres with Puma Jet. So they will be the 2 cars that should be at optimal speed at the start of the race. Now, of course, I'm sure everyone in chat, I'm sure everyone watching is fully aware that with these manufacturers that some cars are particularly fast off the line, and there's other cars not so fast, and with a reasonably short run up to turn one, it means that you know, where with Trial Mountain it was quite a long launch to turn one, so where the Audi wasn't good off the line but certainly good in the sort of slow to medium speeds or acceleration, who, like for example Mo Flavor, who lost the position from the grid start but then gained it back once he got into turn one. It's not going to be the case here at this circuit, Robin.
Well, now I'm looking at all the tires again, and these boys not sure what they want to do, but Gr.4 is the only driver as it stands on the softs. Now, you know, with the Citroen, we all know that the tire weight is brilliant, so let's see how he gets to the first lap. I think on launch on softs and the rest on mediums. That may be quite an advantage for Carter. So let's see how that's going to pan out for him. But in terms of this is about getting through the first lap and keeping it clean and not losing slip. Once again, another race where, you know, keeping in slip is so important. You're able to fuel save as well, and so it's going to be a very interesting first lap. Like I said, launch, I do believe the 650 is pretty good, and the 296 as well. Not too sure about the Hurricane and the Audi, the R8 LMS Evo 19. I actually haven't checked these grid launches, so that's going to be something new to see, and we'll gonna pan out.
Yeah, indeed. We are awaiting the start, but something I did notice was Truce, who obviously didn't qualify, is above VSR Kennel, so I'm not 100% sure how that's happened, but we are about to get the race underway, so let's set up and get on grid now. Have we had the glitch here? Because we have got a car. Yeah, we have got a glitch. We have got a glitch because Mo Flavor is apparently in P1, but he's not. It is going to be Latari Racing who gets us underway. I wonder whether or not this is going to be reset, because my camera is literally all over the place right now. So it is Nutcab ahead of Ray Carter, and Katie Lakai didn't get the best of starts either. I do wonder whether or not there is going to be a reset here. I think that it's glitched. Should we put a message in, Robin? Because I think this is definitely glitched. So Mo Flavor is at the back of the grid. I want to see what happens.
Yeah, he's made a mistake coming into one of those turns, and unfortunately that's how he's gotten to the back. But I do think that everything seems to be in terms of where it should be in terms of the grid start, Sean.
Okay. Well, slight confusion on my behalf then, guys, because it was a little bit messed up with the numbers and trying to find out the grid positioning. What I will say is, Latari Racing with a big moment there as he went very sideways out of the turn. And was very, very lucky to regather the car there. Does lose a position to KD Lakai. Let's have a quick look on the replay now as he has the slipstream to KD Lakai, but let's quickly have a look on the replay. So here is on board with KD Lakai then, as he was behind Latari, and yeah, he went all types of squirrely as he tried to rescue the car, and there was KD Lakai to sweep up and move up into P3. But yeah, apologies at the start of the race there, guys, because yeah, from my end it was a little bit messy and I was a little bit confused. So, but at the moment it is as follows. So Ray Carter is leading ahead of Nutcap by 1.5 seconds because Nutcap is on the mediums. Ray Carter started on the softs. We've got Caden Lakai in the third with Latari Racing just behind him in fourth position. Then we've got Sam Steele, who has a bit of a gap to Latari Racing, 1.5 seconds adrift, with TNR Whipperman in sixth position just behind him as well. Let's quickly have a look. No more no moves between the top three drivers. Latari Racing is following Sync in P4, but they
oh no, Wolfie! Oh gosh, Wolfie's almost lost it. Sorry, Sean.
Okay, let's have a look. So Wolfie, who was in 10th position and looked to size up an opportunity on Puma Jet as we went into the braking zone. He got on the slippery side of the circuit and he did brilliantly to recover there. However, losing our, was it 4 positions down into 13th position. So, yeah, a little bit of a costly error for VSR Wolfie. However, not picking up damage there. So he is lucky, and I think he will probably learn his lesson of not getting on the AstroTurf because that spells trouble, I think, Robin.
Yeah, look, like I said, you know, it's the second lap. I think tires are still cold, as we know since the update. These mediums especially take about 2 laps to really warm up. And what I am seeing, though, I'm just going down the grid, everybody's fuel is exactly the same. Now, is that a glitch or?
Well, we've got a run from Latari Racing on Katie the Kai, who's slipped up the inside of Katie the Kai, and surely he's going to try and hang it around the outside. And that's brilliant defensive play from Katie the Kai, because he does hold off Latari Racing to hold on to that 3rd position. But Latari Racing, well, he is certainly a man that's not going to give up. But Katie the Kai looks like he has been successful in his defense and holds on to that 3rd position. Oh, a slight clatter to the outside wall from Katie the Kai, which is not going to help him. Latari Racing has got a good run on that McLaren. Is he going to slingshot his way down the inside of KD the Kai? It looks like he is. KD the Kai is going to afford him the space, and it looks like Latari Racing has successfully taken that position away from KD the Kai. But KD the Kai, who got earlier on the brakes, looks like he got a better run, but he's going to be shown the outside, so he's not going to be given the easy way round. And Latari Racing still battling for dear life as Katie Lakai stays within tow of Latari Racing. Anything just happened there, Robin?
No, I thought I saw. I'm sure this thing is glitching today. I pretty much saw a car go off, but doesn't look like it. What I am seeing though is Puma Jet and Epi and Wolfie and Whipperman. This is some intense battling at the back here as well. Obviously everybody on the mediums. Yeah, it's kind of like the race director really made this one complicated for the boys. It's not an easy track at all.
Race director being myself.
Yes. We will think about it twice before we ask you again.
But yeah, Puma Jet, yeah, he's under intense pressure from Sam Truce because he gets a good run on him. Puma Jet will pull to the side and try and hold off Sam Truce there, and they are going to be side by side. A little bit of door banging between the two of them, but Puma Jet. It's going to be the old switcheroo from Sam Truce, but there's a great move from Sam Truce as Puma Jet goes a little bit wide, and there's Mo Flavour as well, although it's the inside, the left-hander to the right-hander, so I don't think Mo Flavour is going to be able to take advantage there. So Puma Jet does lose a position to Sam Truce, but let's have a look on Sam Truce though, because that was a fantastic move from him to move up into P9. So let's have a look now. So they were side by side. and it looked like Puma Jet was going to hold off Sam Truce, but then Sam Truce got the undercut there, got early on the brake, swung to the inside, and unfortunately for Puma Jet, was bamboozled by that move from Sam Truce. And well, you know, learning the hard way in Tier 1 that these drivers are pretty clever and pretty crafty in their manoeuvres. But yeah, Sam Truce with a phenomenal move to move up into P9, Robin.
Yeah, no, look, I'm just looking at Ray Carter here, Sean. You know, he's pulled almost up to a 5-second gap. But his softs obviously taking the brunt of it with the pace that he's at the moment. But quite interesting. He's really consistent. Looks like he's on a mission tonight.
Yes, indeed, and yeah, differs his strategy between the two Citroen drivers. So, of course, Ray Carter deciding to go on the racing soft tyres now. We know that the Citroen is really, really good on its tyre degradation, but you know, you don't want to burn them up too quickly though, because we have got 22 laps to run in this race, so it could be a case of him to do a very fast soft stint and then get onto the medium tyres. But we look at Ray Carter at the moment. He has got the fastest lap of a 2-minute 8.8, and then we've got SAGT Nutcap with his mandatory 2-minute 10 times, so he's basically losing 1.6 seconds per lap to the soft runner of Ray Carter. So I would imagine maybe the Citroen drivers might be looking to do the soft and medium stints, and we'll have to wait and see. Latari Racing in third as well. He is on the medium tyres. Last lap was a 2-minute 9.6, so showing good pace. And oh, Nutcap goes wide onto the grass. That's going to give him dirty tyres. Here comes SAGT Latari then. Can he make up the distance to Nutcap as we go into the braking zone? So he does close up to SAGT Nutcap. We have got Katie Nakai, as you can see, in the mirrors as well, to you know, looking to sweep up if a gap does open up for him. But certainly SAGT Nutcap under severe pressure from Latari Racing, who is now, and he mentioned in the driver interviews last week that although, you know, their teammates, you know, they're going to be gunning for glory. If an opportunity arises for them, they are literally going to be fighting tooth and nail to get the best results possible. So Latari Racing, well, it's a from SAGT Nutcap, it's a very rare mistake from him, and I really didn't see that coming, but it looks like Nutcap has recovered. Oh, got very, very close to the fencing on the left-hand side, but here comes Latari Racing. He's got the slipstream, but when you said about the glitch, Robin, remember it's ×1 on the fuel, 55 litres. So it looks like Latari Racing is going to show himself on the outside. Nutcap is going to defend the inside line. Kai is going to be watching this like a hawk, because he's just 0.3 of a second down in 4th position. So he'll be praying that they go side by side and battle for that position, because all they're doing is slowing each other down, and there will be Katie Lakai who can take full advantage. So yeah, 0.4 of a second down. Latari Racing firmly in that slipstream of Nutcap now. So again, we'll see how much he's saving on that fuel, and in fact he decides not to follow Nutcap in that slipstream. So Latari Racing just you know, doing a little bit of fuel saving at this stage of the race, but looking at the fuel consumption, so yeah, they are pretty close, but there is a slight difference. Nutcap has used a little bit more fuel than Latari Racing. Katie Nakai has actually used more than Latari, very similar to SAGT Nutcap. Ray Carter, on the other hand, well, you can see that he's got half degradation on them racing soft tyres. Similar fuel as well, as he goes a little bit squibbly through the exit there. We get on board with Sam Steele, because he has actually closed the gap to Katie Nakai wide to about half a second. So in terms of the Porsche, or as you saw, Katie Lakai go a little bit wide on the entrance to the bridge. But
Ooh, what a move from Epi there. Sorry, Sean. Lovely overtake from Sam Truss against Kennels into the bridge.
Okay, I have got the replay saved. I'm just going to stay on board because he's looking rather competitive right now, looking to size up an opportunity on VSR Giller, who is currently 7th position at the moment. He's desperately trying to hang on to the slipstream of his teammate in front. So Sam Truce looks like he's got the overspeed. Giller is going to pull to the inside, but Truce has got the overspeed because Giller has not got that slipstream. So Giller is going to defend for his life. But you can see that Truce is just looking stronger at this point of the race, but Giller is certainly not going to make it easy for him. He's got to leave him the space. Oh, Giller's gone! Giller's into the barrier. And, well, I was going to have a look on the move from Truce, but I need to save the replay of Giller as I kind of missed what happened there, but it looks like he got on the power a little bit too early. So let's quickly have a look on the replay, because out of that corner there, you have to be quite smooth on the throttle and not turn so much. But as you can see, going into the turn, he's almost full lock to the right, got on the power, and unfortunately the rear end stepped out, and he's lost many a position with front aero damage as well, which is really costly for him, Robin.
Yeah, look, like I said, you know, this track is unforgiving. Any mistake, especially like I said, out of slip and with damage, I would assume.
Yeah.
Did he manage? Yeah, he's got front aero and right tire damage. So, does he change his strat? Is there a possibility of going on the plus at some point? This is really going to damage his race from this point on.
Indeed, yes, indeed. So at the moment we have got no, press one button there. We have got Whipperman, who's in the relegation zone at the moment, P12. He's on the racing soft tyres as well, Robin. So I don't know if he made... Well, he must have made a mistake somewhere, Robin, because on lap 3, he had a 2:38. So Whipperman had a moment somewhere. I don't know if that's a glitch in the timing.
And I'm also looking at Jet, who's gone into the pit lane. As well.
Yeah.
So,
he's a further 34.5 seconds behind in 13th position from TNR Whipperman. So yeah, you're right. He, I think he started on the mediums, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah. So going for another stint on the medium tyres. That's going to prove costly for him. I'm kind of gutted that we missed that, to be honest. But yeah,
I think it must have been damage and causing him to go into the pits, because I think the medium stint would have been 11 laps per stint. So going in at lap 7 to must have been for damage and something that we had missed.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, Latari Racing again. I know SAGT Nutcap is a teammate of Latari, but Latari got very close to the back of Nutcap. But I think between the three drivers, I do think that Katie Lakai gets a run on SAGT Latari then, as we look from Nutcap's rear wing. So Kai unfortunately had the outside line, so I think Latari is going to be able to hold off Katie Lakai, but it certainly was a moment from Latari where he went a little bit deep. And Katie Lakai nearly swept up to take his position away from him. But when you look at Katie Lakai, yeah, he's down in P4 at the moment. You can see that the tyres not looking amazing for Kai at the moment. Sam still has sunk back a further second since we last saw him. So he is 1.6 seconds down in P5. VSR Vish 3.4 seconds is the gap, so he's kind of in no man's land at the moment. But we have got Sam Truce currently in 7th position, making good progress. Remember, he didn't qualify in this round, so started from 13th position, so already up 6 positions from the grid start, so making really good progress. Looking to continue on this fine form in round 2. VSR Kennels currently P8, still doing a good job considering he is not an expert of this circuit, but perhaps a few mistakes creeping in for the drivers, with Mo Flavour just half a second down in P9 and VSR Wolfie a further 0.6 of a second down in P10. But yeah, certainly VSR Giller trying to ride that damage, but you can see with the lap delta that his last lap was a 2:14, and obviously he lost all that time on lap 6 as well, so he's losing probably about 4 seconds a lap, and then on top of that lost over 12 seconds on the mistake that he made as well. So it looks like that was a late move into the pit lane there. Very lucky not to get that 3-second penalty, but he dives in from P11 as Whipperman gets past him, so he's going to come off their medium tyres, and he may go and try an aggressive strat here. He might do 2 stints on the softs with the pit lane loss of I do believe it's about 20 seconds, isn't it? So a lot shorter than Trial Mountain's pit lane, of course, but yeah, Puma Jet still a further 39 seconds down in P13, so he's going to be praying for a miracle if he is going to finish outside of the relegation positions. He does need to make up 2 positions here, so as we do look on board with Ray Carter, still got that 4.5 second lead, but you can see how diminished his racing soft tyres are now on lap 9, so he could be coming in for a scheduled pit stop at the end of lap 9. 4.9 seconds is the lead, but you can see with the time, 2:11.1 was his last lap. Nutcap's last lap was a 2:11, so he's on the medium tyres. He's got about half the degradation, so I don't know if he's going to do more laps on the mediums and then go on the soft tyres, so maybe predicting lap 15 to come off the mediums and then go on to the softs for 7 laps, or he does the split down the line of 11 and 11. I think that might be risky, so I think he's definitely going to go a little bit further. But Latari Racing and Khalid Lakai still behind him as Ray Carter enters the pits, and as predicted, getting off them soft tyres, Robin.
Yeah, no, I was actually surprised. I thought he'd maybe go the full 11, which even though if he had lost time and Nutcap and Latari would be catching him, it was still been for me, I think, the best position to be in, going into the pits first in front of the SGT boys. But well done to Ray Carter, great stint on the softs there, really showing consistency and pace. And now let's see how the different strats are going to be playing out, because I would then assume that these guys on the mediums are probably going to do 15 and finish on softs. Is possibly what I'm seeing, and it looks like Nutcap and Latari and I have formed a nice rhythm. I don't think they're looking at overtaking me. I think they're just quite happy keeping the pace going.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm just keeping an eye on the fuel situation. So SAGT Nutcap actually doing a good job on preserving that fuel. Latari Racing has a little bit more because the Ferrari isn't bad on fuel. Khalid Lakai, however, suffering a little bit. He, considering he's in 3rd position, he's got the least amount of fuel out of all the drivers. So yeah, he. It's in his.
We got to move number 6, Epi and Fis, and Epi takes it.
Okay, they're still side by side though. Still side by side. Fish though, yeah, he's lost that position to Sam Truce then, as Truce covered the inside line, swept to the outside so that Fish had nowhere to go. We'll have a look on Truce for that move then. So let's have a look now.
Another man on a mission. Another man on a mission.
Absolutely. So he got a really good run out of the corner before the long straight. So yeah, VSR Fish, unfortunately a little bit of a sitting duck there. It was a nice pass from Truce, but he had the overspeed, and you know, Vish had no answer to that really. But I did notice that Truce definitely was pushing there in that Porsche, but of course he can do that in the Porsche because it's so good on fuel, it's so good on tyres. So Truce, as you said, a man on the mission as Vish comes in from the 6th position then with Kennels as well. Oh, he's got a 3-second penalty for cutting the pit lane line. So all that progress of him in the grid has come to no avail now, because he's definitely going to lose that position to VSR Kennels, and then possibly even Wolfie as well. So all of the VSR drivers have come off of their medium tyres to go onto fresh medium tyres, but that is a costly mistake. But luckily, you know, with the mistake that Gilla and Jet did, you know, luckily for him, that it's not going to cost him too much.
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be more than 3 seconds here, obviously. As we know, I think Kennels and Wolfie will probably most certainly get past first, and you know, that's a big mistake for a top split driver. Pit lane penalty. Maybe just a slight lack of focus there going into the pit lane, but 3 seconds is going to cost him, I think, 2 positions for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we are quite spread out in the grid at the moment, but it is well, it's a difference, isn't it? Where you've got the drivers that have already made their pit stops, but Truce, no, in fact, Mo Flavour is the last of the drivers that haven't pitted so far. So yeah, very spread out between 4th, 5th and 6th as Truce comes in. Did he cut the line there as well? I'm not 100% sure. Looked very, very tight, but Mo Flavour comes in as well, just behind him with slightly less fuel. Sam still continuing on, and actually Sam still not that far away from Katie Lakai's. Katie Lakai goes side by side with SAGT Nutcap, because Latari has already made the move on Nutcap to move into the race lead. So Katie Lakai still well, he's playing a game of chess right now. He's just wondering whether or not to go for the move or not, or just to hold back and use the slipstream to save that fuel. But yeah, big development in this race with Nutcap losing the lead to SAGT Latari, but he is still in that slipstream. So the gap between them is just 0.3 of a second. So I mean, look, not losing out too much, you know, maybe even something on the team radio, who knows, because we look at Latari racing with his fuel. Nutcap has got a quarter of a tank, Latari just above, Katie Lakai with a quarter as well, and then Sam still just over a quarter of a tank. So very, very tight between the top 4 drivers, 1.6 seconds separating the 4 drivers. Then we've got Ray Carter that's already made the move on Truce, because Truce has come in to change off of them racing medium tyres. So Ray Carter making progress right now. P5, who would have thought from Ray Carter winning in Tier 2 last week, with Puma Jet coming second. You can see the tail of 2 differences of races between the 2 drivers, but TNR Ray Carter showing that he belongs in Tier 1, Robin.
Well, he's most certainly, look, he's just taken off 1.5 seconds from Latari, and if I'm just
gone.
looking at...
Kai's gone!
Oh no.
Kai spins! And a just caught the back end of that, so I'm going to have a look on the replay as Sam Steele comes in from third position. Looks like Kai just dives into the pits as well, so whilst he's in the pit lane, let's have a look and see how that transpired. So looking aboard with Katie the Kai, then when we go through this left-hander, it looks all good from there, but then there's a bump from SAGT Nutcap onto Katie the Kai, who was on the outside, and he got a tire, or he sunk a tire on the grass, and that spun him around. So I don't know if it was accidental, however that was a little bit controversial, I think, Robin.
Yeah, look, like, this is racing, and I haven't seen the incident, but look, at the end of the day, I know these boys race clean, and unfortunate if it is, but I'm just, look, I can't help myself here, but I'm glued on Ray Cartier. He's just gained another second off this lap, so he's pulled it down from 16 seconds. He's pulled it down to 14.7 seconds. So something to look out for is when Nutcap and Lotari goes into the pit lane. But that's very unfortunate for Kai. I mean, I'm sure the CLC will have a look at that. Ray Carter hits
and Sam Steele as well. And Sam Steele collapses the wall. Follow the line. He's picked up front aero damage as well. So it looks like Ray Carter. So both Ray Carter and Sam Steele have picked up front aero damage. So here comes Truce now. Gets past Sam Steele to move up into P4, and now surely he's going to be closing in on Ray Carter. So welcome to the commentator's curses, Robin.
I was just about to say, oh no, it was me this time. Oh bugger. Oh.
Yeah, he's lost quite a chunk of time, about 2 seconds when we last looked at the gaps between the top two and Ray Carter.
Well, it was 14 seconds before the knock, and now it's up to 18. So 16, sorry. But yeah, that's a real tough blow there for Ray Carter.
Yeah, indeed. I'm going to quickly have a look and see how that happened, but it just looked like a case of maybe getting on the power a little bit too early. Yeah,
I think the entry in was possibly just a tad off, just slightly.
Yeah, just understeered wide, and the same for Sam Steele as well. So very, very unfortunate. It's almost that sort of dangerous ploy, isn't it, of when you're following a car in front, they always say don't always follow their lines, because if they do make a mistake, a lot of the time you end up going off with them. So
also, Sean, I mean, when this race started, this wind was at 4. Right now it's at 7.1, so that would change some of the entries into certain turns, especially that fast one coming out the long straight. So it possibly could be where the drivers are starting to find difficulty and having to adjust their race lines just a tad so that they don't knock these walls. But that's a huge difference in wind speed.
Wolfie as well, he's picked up damage. I think he's done exactly the same, and that is the corner there. That is the wind so strong going to the left that basically it really makes the car understeer, and unfortunately there's our Wolfie picks up that damage then. So let's quickly have a look now. So you'll see exactly how it would have happened. So going into the corner, you kind of want to like roll off the brake and the accelerator, let the car rotate in, but unfortunately got on the power a little bit too early, and then he unfortunately runs into the wall, and again another driver victim of the wind. Oh, and Nutcap's just come in. So Nutcap has already been released, sorry. He's on the soft tyres. So on lap 15, he's going to run 7. Ooh. Yeah, what's happened?
No, they just, oh God. We've got Ray Carter, Nutcap, and Epi Oh man.
Yeah, I wasn't looking behind. So SAGT Nutcap, he's got to size up an opportunity. He's going to have to do it around the outside, but around the outside he does it and moves up into second position ahead of Ray Carter. Can Truce follow suit? I don't know, but we're going to have a look at that fantastic move from SAGT Nutcap, because that was a thing of beauty and so brave to do as well. So let's have a look at Nutcap's maneuver there. So he was on the outside, but he kept his outside line, and it's a sweeping move around the outside to move past Ray Carter. Now we do know that Nutcap has got these superior tyres, but I mean, it has to be said, to perform that kind of maneuver takes some skill, and certainly SAGT Nutcap is full of skill right now as Ray Carter clattered the bridge on the exit. And of course, something I completely forgot as well is that Ray Carter has got front aero damage as well, so he's losing that aerodynamic. And there comes Truce now. Surely he'll be favoured to take the inside line. Well, Ray Carter didn't give him quite the space for Truce to stick his nose through that gap, but certainly Ray Carter under all types of pressure from Sam Truce, and Sam Truce looking to get on podium as Latari Racing comes in from the provisional race lead. So Ray Carter, he's going to defend, but again Truce, well, he's going to have to do it the hard way. Tries the old switcheroo as Latari Racing gets released, and Nutcap will inherit the race lead ahead of Latari Racing, but Latari Racing is going to have fresher soft tyres than SAGT Nutcap. So how is this going to play out, Robin? Because this is certainly a game of cat and mouse.
I think it's one hell of a brilliant race from Epi. Just really shown. I mean, if you think about it, this guy's come from the back, and right now, if you look at the mediums, and I think that the mediums are going to be quite consistent in the 2 minute 10s maybe, and will Nutcap be able to keep Epi away when it comes down to lap, I would say 20, where Nutcap's tires and pace should be similar to the mediums, if I'm not mistaken. So really good race from Epi and Ray Carter. Such unfortunate damage, but like I said, I think it's the wind that's messed around with these fast right-handers, and a lot of the drivers have suffered because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, taken to perfection on that troublesome corner. Truce and Ray Carter get an excellent exit out of the turn, but Truce, you can see now, just starting to pull away a little bit. I mean, that slipstream is ineffective for Ray Carter, so really just kind of matching the speed of Sam Truce's Porsche. So looks like Truce will be favourite to pull away now and try and catch up with Latari Racing and Nutcap. But how's the rest of the grid doing though, Robin?
Well, Wolfie's kindly just given the space to Fiss, obviously, Wolfie knowing that he's got damage, and Fiss as well catching up to Sam Steele, who also has damage. So if my prediction here, I think Fiss is going to catch these boys because they've all got damage, and he's the only driver that doesn't out of Ray Carter and Sam Steele. And he doesn't have to worry about Wolfie behind him. So it's going to be an interesting, maybe a possible comeback from Fiss as well.
Yeah, and something I have noticed with Katie the Kai as well, he's gone onto the soft tyres is that he's got the overrun on VSR Wolfie, and he does make his stick. He's got the superior tyres to VSR Wolfie, and Wolfie of course has got damage as well. But I was going to say with Katie Dakai, in terms of his tyre situation, is that he has got quite a bit of wear on them racing soft tyres with still 5 laps to play. So is his tyres going to last? Again, we'll have to wait and see, but he is fast closing in on VSR Fish as we come across the bridge. VSR Fish is going to defend the inside line. Kai has got the overspeed. Is he going to make the move stick before we get into the braking zone? I think he does, because VSR Fish tucks in behind him, so Katie Kai does move up into P6 as he does scrape the outside fencing, but Katie Kai is certainly a man on a mission as he's trying to now and he runs wide and he just about gets away with it there. Wow, that was fortunate from Katie Kai there, because he quite easily could have picked up damage, but I was going to say he is fast approaching Sam Steele and Ray Carter, who are in P4 and 5 respectively. So 2.4 seconds is the gap, but it's just how long them soft tyres going to last on that McLaren, Robin.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure that I think Fist is going to have the advantage in the next few laps, because I think boys are pushing, not considering that the wind, and possibly looking at the lap times and going, well, what the hell's going on? I've experienced that where, you're so focused in your race and you're not watching the wind, and all of a sudden start overdriving the car. I think Kai, he's still got quite a few laps to go, and those tyres aren't looking that great at all.
No, and obviously the big factor in the strategies is of course that wind that is very, very unpredictable. But you saw the supreme pace that Katie Dakai had there over Vish, and Vish had no answer to it, so did the sensible thing and tucked back in to that slipstream of Katie Dakai, of course on the medium tyres as well, so he would have known that Katie Dakai is on them fast tyres. But it's just about how long them tyres are going to last. As look at the gap close between Katie Dakai and Sam Steele now. It is beneath a second, so last time we looked was about 2.5 seconds. Within a lap he has closed in by 2 seconds really. 2:11.4 was the lap time from Sam Steele in the last lap, with Katie Dakai 2:09.5. He's really trying to wring the neck out of that car right now, really pushing to the absolute limit, and Katie Dakai, he wants that 5th position again. He just scrapes the wall on the outside. I mean, that is literally using every inch of the circuit without claiming damage to that car, so he knows that 4th position is still up for grabs here. You can see how much he's pulled away from VSR Fish, who is 2 seconds adrift now, so it's only a matter of time for Kai to make the move on Sam Steele. But it's just how long them tyres are going to last, because we still got 4 laps remaining after lap 18, so we stay on board with KD Dakai because he's got very close to the exhaust of Sam Steele. Sam Steele is the wall. Katie Dakai got very close to the back of Sam Steele there. I hope he knows that bump drafting is not allowed here, so I'm pretty sure I've said that. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, I thought he was going to bump draft him there. I really thought he was going to bump draft him there, but looks like he's got the run on Sam Steele there. And then there's Ray Carter as well, who closes the door on Katie Dakai to hold on to that 4th position. Sam Steele, well, he has got that slipstream to Katie Dakai, but I think Sam Steele will know that Kai is on the soft tyres, so he's not going to make a move on him. Ray Carter is going to defend a 2 for now to hold on to that 4th position, but 4.5 tenths is the gap between Ray Carter and KD Dakai, as it's now just about being the smooth operator as KD Dakai tries to negotiate the sequence of corners, as Ray Carter trying to be as smooth as possible. But here comes KD Dakai, who gets a really good run on him out of the exit and onto the entrance of the bridge. Ray Carter is going to have that inside line, so what is going to happen here? Is Caden Nakai going to try around the outside? No, he's not, because he knows he's got a long straight ahead of him. So Ray Carter does cover off that position, and Caden Nakai, sorry.
What's happened now, Sean, is that it's brought Fist and Mo Flavor into this pack, and obviously for Sam Steele.
Oh, here comes Caden Nakai though. Here comes Caden Nakai. Got a really good run on Ray Carter, and successfully gets the move done on Ray Carter before we got into the braking zone. But yes, Robin, you are correct that VSR Fish has closed in on Sam Steele. Again, Sam Steele with that damage. Fish is also under pressure from Mo Flavor, who is not going to leave him with well, he's like a bee to honey, isn't he? He wants that honey. Yep. And Mo Flavor, yeah, he is certainly just letting VSR Fish know that he is in the fight too, and he'll have to keep his beady eyes on him if he is to remain in that 7th position. So just quickly looking at the rest of the grid, Nutcap has still got a 3/10 of a second lead over Latari. So Latari's soft tyres are starting to prove dividend for him, because Nutcap with just a slender lead to Latari Racing. The gap is about a 10th, but it's about the strategic positioning of your car, when to go for the move. And Latari Racing, well, he's not going to be able to make the overtake there, but surely he will know that with a long straight approaching, that surely he'll be able to get the move down very shortly down that very lengthy straight. So we're going to stay on board with this battle here. So it's the battle of the Titans as Nutcap claims the wall on the outside there, but he's going to hold on to the inside line, and Latari tries the old switcheroo. He's got that slipstream, he's firmly in that slipstream now. Is he going to make the move on SAGT Nutcap? Well, Nutcap is going to pull to the side to defend that inside line. Latari Racing yet again, he's going to have to do it the hard way round, sorry, as SAGT Nutcap, yeah, he still holds on to the race lead, but I think Latari Racing knows that you know, he's got time to make the move on Nutcap, so doesn't have to go for any silly or late dive bombs. He knows that he's not desperate to get past him yet. Nutcap, however, is desperate. It's the old switcher. I thought Latari was going to get later on the brakes, but no, he decided against it. So Nutcap will hold on to the race lead currently, Robin. But it looks like we. Do you think we're going to see any further developments in this race?
Well, yeah, I'm just looking at Mo Flavor and Fist and all behind Ray Carter. We've got quite a few guys that's wanting to take that 6th position, and side by side going into turn 1.
Yeah, Mo Flavor is desperately trying to hold off Vish, and just about gave him enough space on the outside there as Mo Flavor hangs on to that 7th position. But Sam's still looking to try and get past Ray Carter, but Mo Flavor will know that he's in a superior position here without that damage, with Fish just behind as well. So it is definitely one of them kind of scenarios that it's like, well, you know, I know that I've got more pace than the cars in front, but it's when I can get past them and not allow Fish to get past him either. So a very interesting development between the 4 drivers, and I have to say, Robin, this is just as close as it was in round 1 at Trial Mountain, where we had an intense battle between 4 drivers on the final laps.
And Mo, gosh, Mo.
Nearly a catastrophic moment from Mo Flavor, but he gets backed up, and Sam Steele gets backed up, and so Fish takes advantage of that situation to move up into P7. Now he's on the tenterhooks of Mo Flavor to try and take that 6th position away from Mo Flavor, as he gets a great run on him, pulls to the inside, but it is Audi versus Lamborghini. It looks like Audi has got a little bit more grunt in the top end. So Mo Flava and Fish are side by side as we go into the turn. Fish gets on the brakes a little bit earlier to get earlier on the gas, but Mo Flava will cover that off for the time being. I'm going to quickly have a look at the replay to see what happened to Sam Still, but there was Fish who was on the outside. He wasn't favourite there, but Mo Flava nearly went into the back of Ray Carton. What happened there was Sam Still had nowhere to go as he had a big Audi in front of him, so there was Fish to take full advantage to move up into 7th position. So still very, very interesting between Mo Flava up the inside, but he's not going to make it work. We're on the final lap of the race. Ray Carter still holding on to that 5th position. Mo Flava still in 6th, Fish is 7th.
I'd watch Nutcap and
yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on both of them. Trust me on that. But Mo Flava, yeah, not able to make the move on Ray Carter for the time being, but now he has to look firmly in his mirrors here, because there is Fish who is threatening to put a nose on the inside of Mo Flava, but two definitely don't go into one, and Ray Carter goes a bit sideways, loses speed. Here comes Mo Flava now. Surely he's going to make up the gap here, but with fast approaching Fish behind, but he backs out of it. Fish, well, he's just behind, and yes, Robin, side by side. Yes, side by side between the battle of the Titans. Nutcap, well, he's got the inside line just about, but Latari has got nose in front. He's got the overspeed, and he gets later on the brakes, and it's a great move from Latari Racing to move into the race lead. Let's have a look at the overtake there. So it was a fantastic side-by-side action between Nutcap and Latari Racing, and just when you thought that Nutcap, well, having that inside line, Latari had the overspeed and took the race lead as we got into the braking zone. Let's quickly have a look to see if they're still neck and neck now, and it looks like Latari Racing comes through cleanly in the last turn to win round 2 of the Manufacturers Showdown at St. Croix Road Track. Beef Nutcap in 2nd, Truth's been 3rd, Katie Lakai will come home in 4th position. Can Ray Carter hold on to this 5th position? Looks like Mo Flava has dropped it somewhere, because Mo Flava is down into P9, so it looks like Ray Carter's run out of fuel on the line, and Veersar Fish takes that 5th position with Ray Carter in P6 and Sam Still in P7, Veersar Wolfie in P8, Veersar Kennels in P9, and it looks like Mo Flava ran out of fuel, and that's why he was losing positions. Yes. Whipperman takes that 11th position away from Mo Flava just before the line, and that means he'll be relegated into Tier 2 for round 3. Let's have a look and see with Giller, who his eyes must have lit up there. Same with TNR Whipperman, who was in 12th, and TNR Mo Flava trickles across the line to finish in 12th, and Puma Jet in 13th position. So wow, Robin, I didn't think that Trial Mountain could top any race, but I've been proven wrong.
Yeah, well, you know what? It was that one extra lap that Latari did on the mediums, I think, which came to his advantage on the final lap, where his soft tires was much better, and he could attempt that risky overtake. But what a move! What a move!
Just crazy racing at the end, you know. Just when I said that the early part of the race where we were seeing the gaps develop, you know, how could I think that, Robin? You know, again, SMA showing that we have the best racing on GT7. It was phenomenal stuff in the final embers of this race, and a huge congratulations is going to have to go to Latari Racing of SAGT, who gets his 2nd win of the season. Back-to-back wins for him now, with SAGT Nutcap claiming 7th position, just 7/10 of a second down on Latari Latari Racing. Latari also had the fastest lap of the race with a 2-minute 8.1. And then Sam Truce with a well-deserved third position. Have to say it was a phenomenal drive from Sam Truce, who's made up 10 positions in the race. So we said about qualifying not being that important. Truce certainly showing how it's done in the race, with Khalid Lakai getting his best result of the season in fourth, with VSR Fish finishing in 5th position, also his best result of the season. An excellent performance from TNR Ray Carter for him to finish in 6th, but you know what could have been for him if he hadn't have picked up that damage in the sort of midway point of the race, with Sam still also perhaps thinking the same, having to carry that damage through many a lap. Finishes just 1/10 of a second down on Ray Carter in P7. VSR Wolfie finishes in 8th position. In 9th is VSR Kennels, who, considering he doesn't like the circuit, did really well to finish in 9th, with VSR Giller. Again, a lucky boy, I have to say. A very, very lucky boy, because he made that mistake. It looked like it was doom and gloom for him, but it clearly was mistakes from TNR Whipperman and certainly Mo Flavor as well, that didn't fuel the car enough, or maybe didn't put the required fuel when he made his pit stop, and ran out of fuel with 2 corners to go, with Puma Jet the last to come across the line in 13th to round off our grid for round 2. So Mo Flavor and Puma Jet will be relegated into tier 2 from round 3 at the Nürburgring 24-hour circuit. So just an absolute phenomenal race. I'm lost for words, Robin. Absolutely lost for words.
Yeah, look, you shouldn't be, because we get this we've been getting this for what, a year and a half now. You know, it's the same old. They're always showing us and showcasing the South African sim racing skill set, and top split is just amazing. Even to Jet, he must have made a mistake in the early part of his stint, and unfortunately that obviously cost him. But just great to see the depth of all our drivers, and Epi, man, what a race, buddy! What a race! Really, I mean, if anybody should ask me who's the driver of, hey, I'm definitely going to give it to that man. So I'm not sure if I am going to be asked, but if you are going to be asking me, that's my man. That's most certainly. And I mean, if you think about it, with his racing incident and his the bum drafting in round 1, to come back that strong just shows what type of driver he is, and he's really shown us this evening what he's about. So just great racing from everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, Robin, absolutely. It certainly came back with a vengeance, and it was just a phenomenal performance from Sam Truce. But I have to agree with you on that one. And I did see a few comments in chat as well stating that Truce was their driver of the day as well. So I think probably everyone is pretty unanimous in that vote. But yeah, guys, what can I say? I need to regather my thoughts. I need to regather my voice as well. I don't think I've shouted. I know I shout a lot, Robin, but I don't think my throat was ready for that, to be honest. But it's always a pleasure. We are going to go for a short break. However, whilst we are gone, for those that didn't see, I've created a new Manufacturer Showdown music intro vid. And when we come back, we will announce our first winner of our viewer spot prize, as we did hit that 40 like requirement from the last stream. And I will tell you, it's a really cool prize. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but make sure you do hang about in the stream, because when we come back, we will announce the winner of this cool prize. And then, of course, we will also get the reaction of our podium finishers of SAGT Latari Racing, SAGT Nutcap, and Sam Truce very shortly. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. SMA is brought to you by Simulator Cave, HostNet Mistream, Right Recruitment, DC Designs, Slayer Energy, Waggy & Sons, Jetor, Sparko Gaming, Bearded Skull and Build Mat. Our official sponsors of SMA Season 2 Manufacturers Showdown 2026.
Lights out, engines wake the night, GT thunder burning bright. Manufacturer starts to rise, fire reflected in our eyes. Carbon fiber, painted scars, GT4 and GT3 stars. Manufacturer side by side, every driver born to fight. Pit lane pressure, countdown screams, living faster than our dreams. Slipstream pulling through the rain, milliseconds decide the game.
Headlights cut through clouds of smoke. Every overtake feels close. Front straight shaking from the sound. Thousands screaming all around.
No fear when the tires slide, no sleep on this midnight ride. One chance to become immortal now, feel the circuit shake somehow. Full throttle, take the lead, faster than the eye can read. GT legend chasing light, racing wars ignite tonight. Slipstream closer, door to door, hear the engine start to roar. Checker flag above the crowd, podium dreams are calling loud.
We were made for speed. Every heart still bleeds.
Push it faster, take the corner, slipstream hunter.
Cross the line.
Push it faster, take the corner, slipstream hunter.
Cross the line. Yeah. GT3 monster with the arrow attack. GT4 pressure while I'm chasing the pack. Every lap dangerous, no room to breathe. One wrong turn and you lose the lead. Manufacturer battle turning savage tonight. Different colors on the grid, but the goals are like AMG hunting while the Porsche stays near. McLaren in the mirrors make the whole crowd cheer. Late break dive on the inside lane. Tires smoke rising while we fight through pain. Draft so close I can hear your gears. Still standing tall after all these years. Pit crew fast with the strategy calls. One clean stop and we're breaking them all. From the green light launch to the final attack. Now the whole damn field trying to hold us back.
Adrenaline under skin, every loss becomes a win. Final sector, final chance, fate is written in this day. Full throttle, take the lead, faster than the eye can read. GT legends chasing light, racing wars ignite tonight. Slipstream closer, door to door, hear the engine start to roar. Checkered flag above the crowd, podium dreams are calling loud.
We were made for speed. Every heart still bleeds.
Through the sparks and shattered rain, we return again, again.
Every corner, every scar.
Made us who we really are.
Hear the anthem of the track.
No turning back,
Last lap pressure.
full attack. Drivers ready, engine scream. One more lap, one more dream. Full throttle, feel the fire, burning higher and higher. GT4 and GT3, rewriting
SMA is brought to you by Simulator Cave, HostNet Midstream, Right Recruitment, DC Designs, Slayer Energy, Waggy and Sons, Jetor, Sparko Gaming, Bearded Skull, and BuildMat. Our official sponsors of SMA Season 2, Manufacturers Showdown 2026. And yes, I did promise you that we had a winner for the round one where we got 40 likes on the broadcast. And I think we've got him in chat right now. So as you can see on the screen, we were giving away in round one. We wanted to make it a bit of a secret, but you know, congratulations to TNR Sir Mags, because you have won a pair of Sparko racing gloves for the brilliant support that you've given us, not only in round one, but throughout SMA as well. So a big thank you to Sparko for the kind generosity in donating to this amazing community. Yeah, congratulations there, Sir Mags, and make sure you do get the details, your home address details to Robin, so that we can send it over to you as soon as possible, or Sean, actually, for that matter. Yeah, hopefully you're happy. Yes, you have won, Sir Mags. Yes, the D-rated specialist has got A+. You know, gloves now. So yeah,
yeah, he's got to show some pace now that he's got the gloves. No more sandbagging.
Fantastic.
Anyway,
stuff.
congrats, Corbin. Thanks for all the support, buddy. We see you in the chat. We see you active and supporting SMA, and yeah, well done and congratulations, and enjoy your prize, mate.
Yeah, and remember as well, for those that haven't already hit that like button, please make sure you do. If we do hit 40 or more likes on this broadcast, then there will be another prize going out for round 3. So if you do want to win yourself, I don't know what the prize is, to be honest, but there's a...
I know, but I'm not telling.
Ah, okay. Secrecy from Robin.
No,
right.
no, okay, hang on. No, so I'll give. So obviously another new sponsor of ours, BuildMat, who is a supplier of building materials and anything with regards to DIY. They've come in, you know, I think every sim racer has a nut or a bolt at some point that he wants to tighten up, and you know, and BuildMat has given us 2 of these amazing multi-purpose knives, pliers and knives and all sorts of things that I think any sim racer should have. So that will be the prize up for grab next week. I think it's actually got a total value of like $600 as well.
Wow.
Corbin's gloves, I think, is $800. So, you know, just a huge shout out to our sponsors. You know, without them, we will not be able to do what we do. And obviously to all our viewers that hits that like and subscribe button, we really do appreciate that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it just phenomenal what the sponsors are giving out, and just shows the path that SMA is on now, where you know, we're able to provide these awesome prizes to you lucky viewers. So again, congratulations, TNR Sir Mags, and yeah, we shall crack on with our driver interviews, because we have got 3 very excitable drivers waiting in the wings right now, and I mean, again, another phenomenal race that we've witnessed today, and a huge congratulations having to go out to Sam Trusp as well for a remarkable performance in the race. Made up 10 positions from well, of course you wasn't able to qualify today, so started P13 on the grid, managed to get 3rd position. I mean, how are you feeling about your performance and how the race went for you today?
As I told Cap and Battery, I was sweating buckets here, but tried to keep calm and pick the guys off. But I want to give a big shout out to Mornay, Cats, Darius. They pushed me a lot this week. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have run that pace. So big shout out to those guys, and hope Darius is feeling well. He was just released from the hospital at 5 o'clock.
Oh wow.
Oh gosh.
So he and I think he won tier 3. So big shout out to him.
Awesome.
And yeah, no guys, it was. It's a big challenge to fight from the back, and yeah. Luckily, the tire lost, my fuel lost, everything lost. My nerves didn't last.
Yeah, I think he experienced a squeaky bum time, but yeah, it certainly was a great performance. Tell me about the manufacturer that you picked, the Porsche. We know that it's particularly strong in the Group 3 class, which of course was today. How did the car feel? And you must have had great confidence going into this race.
At first, there wasn't really confidence. You needed to practice this track and really push the limits of the track to see what a car is capable of, and that's the big challenge. So at the beginning of the week when we started the practicing, I was hitting, it was like bumper cars, hitting the barriers and things just to get the turning points and getting the right braking markers and accelerate at the right point. And I think it's only muscle memory with the guys pushing me so hard this week that I was able to do this.
Yeah, you certainly did. Again, a huge congratulations to you on that third place. I'm going to hand you over to Robin. Robin, I'm sure you've got your thoughts and many a question to Truce today.
Yeah, actually, it's for Truce to tell the community. I want to bring up, when a driver gets penalized, for instance, and you got it hard, right? Actually, quite a few drivers got it a bit hard in last week's race, but going into the race, knowing that you were not able to qualify, and then to pull off what you did, Epi, can you take us through that? Because did you ever think that you'd be on the podium this evening, starting last? How did your race start, and where did you see that? Okay, hold on, I got some serious pace here, and as long as I stay clean, which you did. At every single turn, every single overtake was well executed. And but take us through like maybe the first 3 laps. Did you realize that you had the pace and you could be very competitive this evening?
At first, I didn't realize I had a pace. It was only after I just missed Wolfie. I think he spun out on the very first corner, and I just missed him. And then I was about a second behind the guys. And then I saw that I'm starting to reel them in.
Yeah.
And that's when I started realizing I really have the pace now. I just need to try and stay calm.
Yeah.
And just choose my moments when and where.
Yeah. That was it was amazing to see. Look, I know all sim races hate being reported and but to have that mindset for the entire 22 laps from my side, buddy. Masterclass performance. Well done to the Sam's teams for pushing you. I think it's always a team effort when pulling off victories like this. And so, yeah, just well done. Great racing. I'd love to see it and continue to see it in the up and coming next rounds. But well done. Great stuff.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Forgot to turn my mic on. Appreciate you, Sam Truce, and congratulations on the third position, and look forward to seeing how you get on at the Green Hell of all places. Okay.
That's another challenge, guys.
Yeah. It's always a challenge, but best of luck to you for the next round. Hopefully, we can speak to you again. Okay, and then on to our second place finisher then, and second in a row for our SAGT driver Nutcap. Nutcap, you got second position. You was leading the race for large parts of the race. Tell us about your thoughts on the race and your performance today.
Yeah, so I think overall second's a pretty good result. I was really not comfortable with the car at all. When I was doing practices, I was consistently almost a second behind all my teammates just because of the car. I mean, I was hopping in the Ferrari and I was doing 8/10 to a second quicker. That's how much I was struggling, especially in quali. The car was just really understeery, especially through high speed. So considering that, I managed to pull a pretty good result out. I think my defending and stuff was pretty good. Just obviously there was an incident with Kai. At the time, I really didn't think I touched him at all, but watching the replay, I obviously did. It's weird. I didn't feel anything. So really big sorry to that. More to come with that. But other than that, it was a really cool, fun race. Lots of battling, and majority of it was really fun.
Yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate of what I saw of it. You know, it's one of them where you're about to take a corner and maybe not being fully aware of the space on the outside where Kai happened to be. But yeah, tell me about the Citroen then. I mean, so you was feeling a little bit uncomfortable with the car, but was there any like particular strengths about the car where you felt like you could still push even though like you didn't have the necessary pace when it comes to lap times?
Yeah, so a big strength of the car obviously is the launch. I mean,
Yeah.
the launch is insane. It's kind of unfair at a point. It's ridiculous. But other than the launch, yeah, the Ferrari was just overall kind of better. I mean, tire wear, they're pretty even. I think Citroen might be a little bit better, but in terms of fuel saving stuff, the Ferrari is so much better. And the Ferrari just turns; it can just tuck into a corner nicely. Whereas the Citroen, it's very stable, but just doesn't have the same turning.
Okay. But nevertheless, though, you was leading for a lot of the race, and it came down to the last lap in the end. So was it? I know you got second in the end, but was there at one moment where you thought, do you know what, a race win could be possible here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, the corner where the overtake was done, the corner before that, the exit, I completely messed up, hit the wall, and that's what gave Latari the nice run on me. So, going to be kicking myself for that quite a lot. Yeah, so I really think if I just didn't mess up that corner, I had it in the bag. So, going to do some reviewing and make sure it doesn't happen again. But it was just understeery car on worn out tires that made that happen. But yeah, other than that, my defending before that point was really good. I placed my car in the right places, parking in the apex. Just for future, I need to make sure I don't make that same mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, it's still a great second position for you, so damage limitations for you there, Nutcap, but a huge congratulations on that second position nevertheless. Robin, have you got any questions or your thoughts towards Nutcap's performance today?
Yeah, Nutcap's always doing great, but here's a question though, and it's got to do with Ray Carter now. Obviously, you've done your research and practicing. What was your pit loss when you went into the pit lane, Scott?
I think it was round about 20-ish seconds without tire change. I think 23, somewhere around there.
So there was a point where Ray Carter was catching you guys second a lap. Obviously, him with the fresh mediums and you guys still on the worn ones. He brought it from 16 seconds. He cut it down to 14. Were you aware that he may have actually really challenged, didn't get damaged? Were you aware of the time losses compared to Ray Carter?
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning when he started pulling away, it was a bit of a concern, but then I just saw the time loss. He wasn't gaining enough back. He wore down his tires quite quickly, so it wasn't really much of a concern after that. Also, he was using quite a lot of fuel, so I knew he was doing quite good pace, but at quite a high cost. So I wasn't too worried about that after a few laps.
Okay, but I was watching Record, and it's probably the reason why the commentator's curse came. I pretty much felt that Record stood a real good chance, and in terms of if you saying that the pit loss time was about 20 seconds at that point, prior to his damage, he was catching you a second a lap, and he was at that point 14 seconds away from you. So it was just amazing to see the different strats, and I was surprised that you changed from softs, because you initially thought you were going to start on softs and then you changed to mediums. Scott.
Yeah, the plan was never to start on softs. You just didn't want to wear the strat too early.
Okay. No, but well done though. It's a pity about the Kai incident. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure CSC will look at it. But well done. Once again, great racing. And you starting school soon, studies, isn't it? Your exam starting soon as well.
Not exams right now, but yeah, I've been studying lots of little tests and stuff.
Okay, and just keep it real there at school, huh? Get those A pluses there as well. All right. All right, bud. Well done. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Yep, huge congratulations again to you, Nutcap, again. It definitely secures, obviously, your position in Tier 1 for sure, and with the new format we've got, obviously the points getting reset to 0 after round 3 or round 4, you could say. So pick yourself up, lad, I'd say, but it's still a great performance, still a great position to finish in. So congratulations to you, Nutcap, and we look forward to seeing how you get on next week.
Thanks so much. I'm definitely going to learn from this, and it just motivates me more to not lose again. So, yeah, thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Nutcap.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, and then lastly but not least, for his second race victory in a row, back-to-back wins for SAGT Latari Racing. A huge congratulations on the race win. You left it late, but nevertheless, you made it work. And as they always say, winning is winning. How are you feeling after your latest victory?
Oh, fantastic. It's always good to win a fast guy like Nutcap. Luckily in this, I knew I had the Ferrari, I had the legs on the Citroen, so if I can get myself in a position close enough, then I can maybe go for a run for it. And luckily I had some fuel to burn at the end, so I could just keep it and ref it out to keep me that extra millimeter that I needed to get across him. So luckily we made it stick, and it was brilliant driving from lap 1 all the way through till 22 with Kai, with Nutcap. It was a constant battle. I loved it, every single minute of it.
Yeah, so I need to ask you then, so how much was fuel an issue then? Because I know that the Citroen kind of struggles on the fuel a little bit. I know the McLaren is, I guess, average probably, but obviously you was neck and neck for large parts of that race. So was it literally just a case of just trying to sort of like conserve the tyres, conserve the fuel, and not do anything too stupid, and just kind of like stay in the top 3 and then maybe push as the race developed?
Oh yes, definitely. The whole idea was, if the guys do jump me from the start, what they will obviously do with the Citroens, then was just to stick with them. And if we had the pace, and luckily everyone went on mediums, and it was, I think, just Mo on softs. And then we knew we had the better strat in hand. If I can just make the fuel last, don't fight too much, don't tear up the tires trying to keep up, and just keep it clean, then I should be able to fight for a podium. The win is it's an extra bonus for me today. Scott really defended well today.
Yeah, he certainly did, but you could from what we saw, you could see that as the race went on, because you pitted later, so you had the fresher soft tyres, you made up that gap, you closed in, and it was just a case of just nerves really, and just making the move at the right time, and you certainly did that. There was a question I was going to ask you, and I've completely forgotten.
Almost made the one stopper work. I was pushing for a no stopper.
Oh, there you go. Well, I was going to ask because, of course, I am the race director, so I know that I try to leave the strategies open, really. So no mandatory tyre. For me, I felt that the hard tyres could run to the end, but do you believe, in your opinion, that was a viable strategy, or was it definitely go for the softer ones?
Oh no, the mediums. I managed to do 21 laps on the mediums in practice sessions, and then I had to run away, and there was still tyre wear left. So, but this is me doing laps and pushing the tires to the max to see how much I can get. So I knew it's possible, but how the last 3-4 laps is gonna look and the laps is gonna look, I wasn't too sure about it, and the consistency drop off is actually intense. But as soon as I saw the whole field pitted behind me, I said it's a free pit stop. Unfortunately, I made a mistake and got damage on the in lap, but that put me behind Scott the 2 seconds repair. So then I had to catch up. Luckily, he was there for me to chase. So it's easier to chase someone than to try to lead the race and not being caught all the way.
Okay. Well, it certainly did work, and worked to perfection for you. So huge congratulations on the race victory. You said you was going to take the fight. You certainly did that. It certainly sits you pretty at the top of the standings right now. So a huge congratulations to you, Latari. And Robin, any questions for Latari?
Yeah, no, the man called it. Yes, and he pulled it off brilliantly. Listen, I want to know, cool. How's it racing with Kai? I mean, he's a new driver to SMA, and he's from the UK.
He's keeping me on my toes.
I will take my shit.
If we're in the same car, I think the battling will be a lot closer. I think there's where the cars let him down on a few of the occasions, and it's not the driver. It's literally the car difference. So
But in terms of trusting, when you're racing that close, were you able to trust him? And that's great to see, because it's I know when we're racing overseas drivers, I think it's probably a South African thing that we would normally assume from the dailies. So you can, it's a Dutch driver. These drivers reputations, but Kai seems to be a proper top split driver. I just wanted to know, because it's a new driver, and to race at that level, side by side and in each other's slip, there's got to be that trust, and so obviously there was, and that's great to see.
You have to remember, Robin, that the gents on the grid shows the respect for all the drivers on track.
100%.
So once the new drivers see the respect on track, they return the favor, and then we get clean racing.
No, that's great.
If the top of the league plays bumper cars, so will the rest of the league do. So we at the top needs to set the standards of good, clean racing, and I do truly believe everyone is here to have clean racing.
Yep. No, it was great to see this evening. There was a pity that the wind changed. Did you notice that the wind had increased up to 7 and kind of changed that fast right-hand entry slightly?
Yes, and you run deep on the back end, because you're coming with about 7 or 8 miles an hour faster into the corner. And I had problems with it Saturday running deep the whole time, and I didn't take note of the wind. Luckily today I did take note of the wind, so I could hit my markers consistently. So it's not always easy to chase someone and trying to defend the whole time, so you have to be pinpoint with all your markers. So you have to be aware what's going on around you at all times.
It was amazing to watch. It's nice to see that everybody's showing the respect on the track. It just kind of like shows all the rest of the community that we can race together and still be competitive. I mean, I think you guys just race comfortably together for your medium stint, really. I didn't see any kind of like major dive bombs, or it was just keeping pace and sticking to the strat.
Yeah. And it's
great to see.
thinking about the long game. You don't win the race necessarily on the first corner or in the first stint. You can set up your loss in the first stint if you push too hard in the first stint.
No, but just like I said, just great racing. What about the damage, though? If you didn't get the damage, you would have come out first, and that would have been it.
Then it would have been a completely different race, yeah.
That is
So
a bit
I've
hard for
still got
yourself
work
at the
to do.
end.
No, I've got work to do to catch up and to keep myself ahead. But the season resets itself after next week, and then game on again.
No, I recommend. Just congrats to all you guys, and not just the podium guys. The entire split this evening really gave us a great race to watch. I was on the edge of my seat for the entire 22 laps. So thanks for that. I'm sure the viewers also love. And yeah, just well done. It was great racing.
Thank you for everyone. We really enjoyed this one.
Cool, man.
Thank you, Latare, and yeah, good luck to you for round 3. Even if you know might not mean anything as such. I mean, you still. I know you as drivers, you know, regardless if there's points or not, you know, you want that win. So yeah, good luck to you for round 3 at Nürburgring, and yeah, we look forward to seeing you and maybe even speak to you.
Hopefully. I've been putting some extra time in there on that track, but unfortunately on the Group 3s. So I'll have to spend some decent time this week to get comfortable with the changing weathers that we might face.
Indeed, yeah. There's going to be a few surprises for sure. Unpleasant surprises, I may add. But yeah, no. Again, it's amazing to see you on track, though. You know, you've been phenomenal so far during this season. So hopefully you do keep it up, and yeah, look forward to seeing how you get on next week.
Perfect. Thank you so much, gents. Off to next week then.
Indeed.
Cheers,
Cheers, Latari.
Enjoy.
Take care. Awesome. So that concludes our interviews of the top 3 drivers. And Robin, I have to say, really interesting to hear the thoughts of the drivers, and you know, maybe well, definitely a couple of drivers you know, happy with their performance. Maybe Nutcap just a little bit wary at the moment, where he knows that he has to iron out, you know, maybe certain mistakes, but yeah, you know, it's just phenomenal racing that we've seen so far in this championship, though.
Yeah, no, look, I think overall, in terms of the whole format, it's really refreshing to see all these different manufacturers and different strats, and I think it just brings out more of the racing than what we've done in previous seasons, and I'm just chuffed with the way the season's going this far. But that being said, though, I do need to touch base with our community. I said I was going to put out the notification this morning, but I thought, you know, let me rather just explain it to everybody. Is that, you know, SMA's dream was always to stream all the lower tiers, right? And we started off and we had glitches, and unfortunately between myself and Anton, between work hours and work hours and you know, we're just not able to pull it off, and we're hoping that both our schedules clear and my health gets a bit better, so that we can continue to, because it is most certainly something that we are set up for. It was just a matter of we just don't have the time. Unfortunately, Anton's taken on some major big job, and so that's kind of like the reason why we were not able to stream the tier 3 this evening. Apologies to you guys. We will, as soon as we get back and get the time, we will most certainly continue to do that. The second thing that I wanted to talk about, you know, who I miss is the old man Sabine Seer or Sean or Richard. I haven't seen him in the chat either. Well, Richard, you must come and say hello to the boys here. We're missing you, my brother. I hope that leg injury of yours gets better and it gets you back in the rig as soon as possible. But all the best to you as well. And to the Sam driver who came out of hospital and won tier 3. You're a legend, bro.
Wow,
Everything
crazy.
is good with regards to your health, and wish you all the best in your recovery. But well done for coming out of hospital and winning that race. Yeah, that's legendary stuff. Great to see.
Sam Killer,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Was it?
I think so, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Shout out to Sam Killer. You're a legend, brother.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely with Richard as well. Hopefully he makes a speedy recovery if he is struggling, and you know, hopefully we can get you back racing in SMA in the near future. But yeah, hopefully he you know, he is listening, or you know, he's watching from a past broadcast perspective. But yeah, definitely missed in SMA. So yes, and I've pressed the wrong button, haven't I? There we go. So as always, guys, please do subscribe to our socials at Sim Motorsport Association on all our platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Discord, and of course this very channel on YouTube. Of course, we'd like to give out prizes on a weekly basis, so make sure you do smash that like button to help us on our goal for 40 likes for this stream. If we do hit that, then there will be a nice prize coming your way for next round. And again, huge congratulations to TNR Sir Mags on winning them Sparko racing gloves. I'm sure they'll come in handy and get that D rating a little bit higher. No excuses now. So yeah, congratulations to TNR Sir Mags. And if you are new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. I think it was just shy of 450 subscribers going into this stream, so if we have beaten that 450 subscriber amount, then we really appreciate it, and thank you for all the love that the community provides us on a weekly basis as well. If you would like to get yourself involved in future championships as a driver, please do contact Robin Williams, our SMA and GT7 promoter, for further details. The email links will be in the description below and on our YouTube homepage. Oh, I've again pressed the wrong button. There we go. So,
It's been a long week. I understand. It's okay.
Yeah, it's been a long week. But yeah, Robin, just to get your final thoughts then, I know that you gave the driver of the day to Sam Truce, but which I think fully deserves it, making up them 10 positions in the race. But yeah, just your final thoughts on the race. I mean, was you expecting the ferocity and the intense battling that we saw on track today?
To be honest with you, I did expect, but not at that level. I mean, if you look at the track and the technical side of it, and then the wind changes and the different strats that you were able to do, you look at guys like Ray Carter, and you know, they all had the opportunity to really perform, and unfortunately, I think the wind kind of like got the better of them in that fast right-hander. But overall, and I haven't watched all the rest of the tiers, which I normally do. I spend some time watching all the tiers races. But once again, you know, SMA as usual, you know, just beautiful racing together, showing the respect, and I think that is what I'm going to take out of tonight's racing, is that you know, the top split has really shown that we can race together, and we can most certainly race it fair and clean. And so just well done to all those boys for showing that respect on and off the track as well.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you on that one, Robin. And I'm sure the drivers will be posed many a challenge next week because coming up next week, we, as you can see, we are at well, it's 89 corners of the green hell in the forest of Germany, Nürburgring 24-hour layouts for the round 3 of the SMA Manufacturers Showdown race. Yeah, Robin, what are your thoughts on this particular location and the challenges that it poses for the drivers?
Well, firstly, I'm not co-commentating because that one I just want to sit, just so by the way, because that for me is a track that, yeah, I hate that track. I do believe there's a possibility of rain as well. So not only have you really put to the community to get through the next round, and just so by the way, you know, it is the final run prior to lockdown. Now, as you've seen, in terms of how runners, for instance, you know, even though he got the damage early on, he kept at it, and someone ran out of fuel and he managed to squeeze in and not get relegated. It's those small things that could really plays a big part in getting up your and staying in your tier. Now, I do know for the fact that the next race is based on lockdown. You know, it's your final opportunity to make sure that you are in the tier that you want to be, and it's going to be a green hole of racing. I am going to sit back and watch it from a distance.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it's of course I know what's going to happen in this race in terms of the conditions, but the drivers.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it too much. I'm sure the drivers are well aware of the race settings, but of course with GT7 we can't control the wind speed, the wind direction, and when weather does or doesn't come into play. So even for myself, who has created the race, it still could bring a few surprises in the race and pose a few problems for the drivers as well. So really look forward to that one, and make sure you do tune in next week on Monday the 1st of June at 8:45 p.m. Central Africa time, in as I say, in what could be a very dramatic race, and as you alluded to, Robin, the final round before the tier lockdown comes into play, which will determine which tier they'll be battling for honours for their respective tier for the remainder part of the race. Yeah, Robin, thank you so much for joining me on commentary duty once again. And make sure you have a great rest, and put your feet up, and maybe grab yourself some popcorn, because I'm sure it's going to be some nail-biting racing as always in the SMA.
Yeah, well, normally after each race that I am co-coms, it takes me about 3 hours to fall asleep because all of the adrenaline that's still pumping. So I'll probably just have to keep you awake for a few hours after. But to the community, to our viewers, and to our sponsors, and to our admin team, who day in, day out puts in the hours to create what we have. A shout out to the admin team, Sean, to Anton, Dana, all the people in production. You know, it takes a lot of people to make this thing work. Just want to thank everybody for playing their part, and then to the community. As a legend, I'd like to hear what is going on in the chat tomorrow morning about the race last night, but I'm sure there'll be lots of chatting going on. But yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for being part of it, and have a safe week, and we'll see you on the next race.
Yep, thank you, Robin. Yeah, and have a great have a great race. Have a great rest, and yeah, we'll chat soon, Robin. for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate that.
You're very, very welcome. But what a brilliant race we've just seen today, guys. But it is myself, Sean Madden, aka FlawedGeniusGaming, signing out for another week. So stay safe out there, look after yourselves, and thank you for watching. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.
Lights out, engines wake the night, GT thunder burning bright. Manufacturer starts to rise, fire reflected in our eyes. Carbon fiber, painted scars, GT4 and GT3 stars. Manufacturers side by side, every driver born to fight. Pit lane pressure, countdown screams, living faster than our dreams. Slipstream pulling through the rain, milliseconds decide the game.
Headlights cut through clouds of smoke. Every overtake feels close. Front straight shaking from the sound. Thousands screaming all around.
No fear when the tires slide, no sleep on this midnight ride. One chance to become immortal now, feel the circuit shake somehow. Full throttle, take the lead, faster than the eye can read. GT legend chasing light, racing wars ignite tonight. Slipstream closer, door to door, hear the engine start to roar. Checker flag above the crowd, podium dreams are calling loud.
We were made for speed. Every heart still bleeds.
Push it faster, take the corner, slipstream hunter.
Cross the line,
Push it faster, take the corner, slipstream hunter.
cross the line. Yeah. GT3 monster with the aero attack. GT4 pressure while I'm chasing the pack. Every lap dangerous, no room to breathe. One wrong turn and you lose the lead. Manufacturer battle turning savage tonight. Different colors on the grid, but the goals are like AMG hunting while the Porsche stays near. McLaren in the mirrors make the whole crowd cheer. Late break dive on the inside lane. Tires smoke rising while we fight through pain. Draft so close I can hear your gears. Still standing tall after all these years. Pit crew fast with the strategy calls. One clean stop and we're breaking them all. From the green light launch to the final attack. Now the whole damn field trying to hold us back.
Adrenaline under skin, every loss becomes a win. Final sector, final chance, fate is written in this day. Full throttle, take the lead, faster than the eye can read. GT legends chasing light, racing wars ignite tonight. Slipstream closer, door to door, hear the engine start to roar. Checkered flag above the crowd, podium dreams are calling loud.
We were made for speed. Every heart still bleeds.
Through the sparks and shattered rain, we return again, again.
Every corner, every scar.
Made us who we really are.
Hear the anthem of the track.
No turning back,
Last lap pressure.
full attack. Drivers ready, engine scream, one more lap.